So anyway, great white sharks. Well, these things can kill you easily. Almost every instance of one attacking someone has been a huge misunderstanding, and the shark has been very apologetic. This means that instead of always getting the same output from a given input, the output is remembered, integrated into the software, and a new, more efficient outcome occurs next time. Bitcoin mining was actually banned in China because the government decided the amount of energy being expended to solve arbitrary math problems was excessively wasteful, and it would be much more productive to use those children for something else. Most strong men historically have been about 6'3", barely qualifying them for Tinder. Inevitably ask the question of, what's the best way to make money as a photographer? And as most veterans in the industry know, the best way to make money in photography is by selling your equipment. One of the craziest things about America is that your drinking age is 21, as opposed to Canada where it's 18 or 19, or Europe when it's whenever you have the balls, or Latin America where laws are just things the police make up when they see a tourist. Leading with money. A lot of guys think that girls like men with a lot of money. This is false. Girls like cool men with a lot of money. There's also no way it can go to tens of millions a coin because that would put its evaluation at about $400 trillion. This doesn't make any sense because the Bitcoin network doesn't even sell AI graphics cards. But in Australia, they make it very clear. Wombats have a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour, and the weak will be left behind. Many people fear that this generation of AI is going to take everyone's jobs in the next 10 years. But AI has taken tens of thousands of jobs already, you just haven't noticed. For example, it's now impossible to tell whether the supermodel you're talking to on Tinder is an artificial intelligence or an actual Indian man. When an insecure teenage girl doesn't get as many likes on her Instagram post in the first 10 minutes as she usually does, she gets upset, deletes the app, and wishes she could punch whoever's in charge of Instagram in the first place. Even if you're a billionaire on a super yacht and paparazzi posts a picture of you looking fat, then everyone on Twitter makes fun of you. It's the exact same thought process. First I'll delete the app, then I'll punch Mark Zuckerberg in the face. The people who watch mogul skiing videos and comment, why do they all need so many knee replacements? Or the people who comment, why does everyone keep getting brain damage? On League of Legends videos. So first off in the F tier, we have all the Australian animals that are actually just really nice and are in fact completely harmless. So next in the E tier, which typically results in them making several times their original buy-in in a matter of days, or straight up losing it all. They figure that they're only gambling with their future, so nothing to lose anyway, because there are literally no kebab places in my whole city. For those unfamiliar, kebab is the international cuisine of it's 3 a.m. and the clubs are closed. Chinese. Chinese food actually has no proper name in English and can only be communicated through the number next to it on the menu. Thankfully, Chinese food has thrived in Western countries despite everyone thinking it was bad to eat MSG and raw pangolin for literally no reason. While boomers and Gen X often complain that if you live with someone and break up, they get half your net worth. This, of course, isn't a problem for Gen Z or millennials because half of a negative number is pure profit. The real pain, of course, is losing custody of the houseplants. Meanwhile, employers have to make the hard decision of either bringing everyone back to the office because they weren't doing any work at home, or letting everyone work from home because they realized no one was doing any work at the office either. In fact, science has shown it isn't until the age of 25 that your brain finally starts to develop. The Industrial Revolution got rid of the farmers, but created jobs in manufacturing. The internet's killed a huge part of the publishing industry, but created jobs in programming and social media. And while AI is eventually going to come for us all, currently these new tools really only have practical application at image creation and writing, meaning it's only the people in the creative arts that are going to be unemployed. So no change really. Personally, I like to do a 3 or 4 month bulk, then a 4 to 5 year period of telling people I'm cutting. Going bald. This is obviously not a problem because you're balding already. Stage 1. The first stage of a breakup is always the hardest, which is finding someone to date in the first place. This is the reason why if you watch the moon landing, you can see the astronauts and the moon clearly, but the sky is pitch black. This is because the camera that they were using simply didn't have enough dynamic range to see the LEDs in the studio. During this time, you're trying to answer the important mortal questions in life like, who am I? Who are my true friends? What do I want to contribute to the world? What does a boob feel like? Now, if you've only recently started dating again, the first thing you'll notice is how the dating meta has completely changed. If you're a girl, the first thing you're going to be thinking is, what the fuck is a Riz? And if you're a guy, you're going to be asking yourself, why does every girl I match with keep sending me links to viruses? Slap on some tiny colorful shoes that turn your feet into croissants and equip your ballet glasses to catch anyone on the ceiling checking you out. But remember, if you're looking to become a lifelong climber, there's an ultimate price you'll have to pay. And that price is the ludicrous annual gym membership. Make sure you run the knife up and down a honing rod every time before you cook. This won't do anything on account of your poor technique, but it does make a cool sound. Furthermore, if you do have a date, nothing turns a woman on more than being alone in a room with a man sharpening a 10-inch kitchen knife. Ask a gorilla what it thinks about, and it would say, all I think about is sex and what food I'm going to eat next. Whereas a human can also have anxiety. But when a guy asks out a girl and she says yes, he's thinking, uh-oh, she must be an idiot. While beavers look at a body of running water and think, stop. Platypuses instead think, here I will lurk, waiting to stab your children with my venomous spur if they even think of coming close to my eggs. Well, no, because I have electromagnetic sensors in my big-ass duckbill. And this can hit some people especially hard. You might notice that your male coworkers have all stopped shaving and have resorted to cutting their own hair. So make sure you show them support by subscribing to their cooking channel. Jamaicans sound cool, but I can't understand them. South Africans sound cool, but I can't understand them. People from Scotland and Wales sound cool, but I'm pretty sure they aren't speaking English. And then people from America sound less cool the higher their neighborhood GDP. Next we have your silver bugs and gold bugs. These are the guys looking to keep their money safe. So safe that once some guy in Africa digs it out of the earth and sends it over, they dig a hole in their backyard and put it right back in.